The principle of proximity states that things are close together appear to be more related than things that are spaced farther apart. Proximity is so powerful that it overrides similarity of color, shape and other factors that might differentiate a group of objects. The following example illustrates the principle of proximity. In the first image, you see one group of circles. In the second image, you see three groups or columns of circles. The only thing that changed is the distance or proximity between some of the circles. The principle of proximity is stronger than any other Gestalt principle. You can see below that the circles still appear grouped even when they differ in shape or color. Thus, proximity is stronger than, for example, the proximity of similarity. Proximity can help you define the direction of the viewer's attention. Below you see either rows or columns depending on the proximity of the elements. In written material, the law of proximity enables us to make sense of text as a whole. This is also true for paragraph spacing and for more disparate elements of text on a web page. The space between the blocks of text tells us how likely they are to be related to each other. Pick up any book near you and flick through it, unless it's a telephone directory. You will notice how the author has made sensible use of paragraphs to keep text about similar ideas, points or threads of arguments together. This is the rule. If you change the subject, you will need to start with a new paragraph. The law of proximity is very useful for allowing people to group ideas, concepts, etc. It is ideal for us to be able to recognize different clusters of items at a glance. However, as visualizers, we need to be careful about employing this law in our designs. Why? If you group too many items too closely, you're going to end up with a noisy, crowded layout. The proximity of each item will become so indistinct that your design will lose meaning. When we are organizing information in our designs, we can use proximity to create relationships between elements to aid in understanding the information presented. For example, by grouping these images from the Apple Store together in close proximity, we assign a relationship to the whole group. We perceive them as being related and expect the content to be similar. However, when we remove the center column, we suddenly perceive two separate groups and have an expectation of different content between them. Proximity is excellent for organizing hierarchical elements. In this example from cart and barrel, options are grouped together under common headings, creating a relationship which makes scanning and finding information much easier. Proximity is a powerful Gestalt principle that helps you to structure designs and group content together. While many visualizers use proximity unconsciously in their designs, it can be a very helpful tool, especially in complex screens when adding elements to group content adds to much visual distraction. Thank you for listening to this session. In the next session, we'll be covering the law of continuity.